As you might know, there's this open source model from China called GLM 5.2, which is taking over the internet. And people are screaming that it is better at designing than Claude. And we all know that when it comes to designing good looking websites, that Claude is the king. So I'm not going to argue. I will be testing it out on something that matters the most to me, my personal portfolio. And I won't be the one who would be picking winners. I will show you both the results and I will let you decide. Let me know in the comments below. So we will be using the same prompts. It will be GLM 5.2 versus Opus 4.8. Let's see what the hype is all about. Let us start with what is GLM 5.2. So GLM 5.2 is the latest model from Z.ai, the lab that used to be Zhipu AI based out of Beijing. And a couple of interesting facts are the model is open weights under MIT license. What that means is basically you can download the weights and run the model yourself. Of course, the hardware required to run this model is a lot bigger than the usual laptop. Then the model size is 573 billion parameters and it has a context window of 1 million tokens. It comes in two thinking modes, high and max. Having an open source model that is cheap is nothing new. Well, this makes it interesting. If we go to design arena, leaderboards, in here, if we go to the code categories, let's expand this. You can see that GLM 5.2 is the winner. Apparently, GLM 5.2 has been beating Fable 5, Opus 4.6, and 4.7, and it is the winner as per this benchmark. So, this is the blog on how GLM 5.2 beat Fable 5 at website design. You can take a look at this, and it is really insightful. It talks about how GLM 5.2 goes for Tailwind CSS when it comes to build as compared to the Opus models. These leaderboards are kinda okay, but I wanted to see what actual builders were saying. So I pulled the data from Twitter, YouTube, and Reddit. And here's something that I want to share with you. If you see this post from Hassan that kind of blew up, he says, this model is insane at design. I asked GLM 5.2 and Opus 4.8 to build me a landing page, and you can't even tell the difference. GLM cost 6 cents while Opus cost 49 cents, more than 6x cheaper while being faster plus more token efficient. Another win for open source AI. Honestly, this was the tweet that put this idea on my head and I wanted to try it out. And if you see somebody who is from Mintlify says that Opus still looks better than GLM here in my opinion. And this is something that I want to actually test out. So let's do that. As you would be the one judging it, let us make the rules fair. So I'll set some rules here. The number one rule is we would be using the same prompts. Number two is we will be running both the models in their max capacity. Number three is both of these models will have the same starting point, which is my existing website portfolio. Let me show you quickly how that looks right now. So this is how my current portfolio looks like. Things are in the format of an operating system and we're going to revamp this. So this is the prompt we will be using in both the cases. As you can see, I have given the sections that I want along with the design bar, the constraints, and I've provided all my contents, my bio links, and my featured work. So this is what we are going to use. Another thing to note here is we would be running Opus 4.8 in Claude Code and GLM 5.2 via OpenCode. So let's dive straight into it. Let's start with the first run. We are in OpenCode, and as you can see, we are running GLM 5.2, that too in the max capacity, and we are under build mode. And we just have one file, which is the prompt.md file. So let's give it a prompt. Read the prompt.md file in this folder and build it. Everything that you need to know is present in this file. Let's go. Since I don't want any collision between these tests, that's the reason I've created two separate folders, one for each run. And as you can see here in design portfolio GLM folder, we just have one file, which is the prompt.md file. So you're basically starting from scratch. Let this cook for some time. If you see at the bottom, it has created a to-do list and it is following that. I'm really excited to see the result of this experiment myself. When I was doing some research on how I can run GLM 5.2, I actually got to know a couple of options, but I thought getting the OpenCode Go plan would be the best one. So that's how I purchased the plan today itself. So it seems it has completed 4 steps and it is currently at the fifth step, which is the last step. So it has been completed, and to preview, we can just open this HTML file, and I will come back to the result of this in some time. Now let's go into the second run. Now it's time to do the second run. So we are inside Claude Code. I'll show you the model that we are running. So we are running Opus 4.8, and the effort that we are running on should be Ultra Code because we talked about running both the models on their maximum capacity. So let's start. Read the prompt.md file in this folder and build it. Everything that you need to know is present in this file. Let's go. And I'll set the permissions to auto mode so it doesn't ask me again and again. So it says there was empty repo and there was just prom.md file that it has read, and everything needs to be built from scratch. And in here, it's invoking the front end design skill to build the web pages. I guess this might be different in OpenCode because I don't think we have the skill there. So I guess in the next iteration, I need to ask it to build using this front end design skill. This front end design skill is from Anthropic. So it has committed the design point of view. Now it's actually building those files. Now it is building the main HTML. After having done index.html, now it's at the style sheet, which it says is the heart of the design. It's very clear that Ultra Code in Opus 4.8 is taking a lot longer than what GLM 5.2 took in the max mode. The build has been verified. Now it's doing a multi-lens review. So there are 4 reviewers who are fanning out over the actual files. This has been going on for 15 minutes roughly, as you can see, and it has utilized 60k tokens until now. So let's say wait for the review and then fix everything. Now it seems that the review has been completed and we got like 41 raw findings, and out of which 12 are worth fixing. Considering the time it is taking, like it has been running for close to 25 minutes. I'm afraid that my Claude credits will run out. I hope it better be worth it. So now the task has been done. It has fixed all the 12 issues and it has verified it in real browser. It's getting a error for my mids.jpg, but that is okay. We can ignore it for now. Couple of things that I noticed are the Claude Code was using the front end design skill that was missing in OpenCode, and it was also using the Playwright plugin to verify things, which was again missing in OpenCode. And I thought if these skills and plugins are not available in the first run, then it's not a fair match. So I've added the Playwright plugin in the OpenCode.json file. And now we'll again go to OpenCode, use the front end design skill. As you can see here, we say this is the front end design skill. Install this and use this to build a portfolio and create another HTML page using this. Do not touch the existing ones. So now there would be a fair competition between these two before we check the results. So it says the skill has been installed and it's reading what are the instructions for this front end design skill. And these are the to dos that it will complete. I think after having worked on Claude Code, I realized I wanted both of them to start from the same surface. So that's why we are doing this iteration on GLM 5.2 so that both of them have the same set of tools. And clearly, this is creating another version, the V2 version for the index.html, leaving the existing files untouched, which is what we wanted. So the first task has been done. It's currently styling the web page. And up here at the top, you can see the approximate token usage, which is 67,000, and the cost is 58 cents. Perfect. Can you also use the Playwright plugin that you have to ensure that everything is working fine? I'm stating this explicitly because I just added it. Just want to make sure that OpenCode is using the Playwright plugin that Claude was using. So it now says it will use the browser tool to QA both the pages. It's asking for permission, so we will say yes. It found a bug in the version 1 and is trying to currently fix it. It says that I can't view images with this model, so that is another thing to note, that GLM 5.2 is a text-only model. It cannot access and see the images. So now the QA has been done via the Playwright CLI skill, and it says both the pages are working fine. Now is the time for the reveal. Let's go. This is the first web page that was being designed. I'll walk you guys through it. So there is a about section, work, things I've built and thought section, and then a blockchain oracle series section, DeFi series videos, AI agent tutorials, and at the end there is a bigger workshop video and what I do, and at the end there is this contact part. So this is generated via GLM 5.2, the first version. So this is generated via GLM, as you can see the folder up here, and this is the first version. Now let's see the second version via GLM, where we gave in the skills, especially the Anthropic skill for designing. So it has designed this in the form of a blockchain where the first block is Genesis and then about, work, what I do, contact. So this is how it looks like. And these are the transactions in the block, which are basically my projects. And here it tells you to click on a section and takes you to YouTube, but there is no inbuilt video section in here. And this is what I do, which is again written in the form of a smart contract on blockchain. And this is for the contact part, which is submit a transaction. So if you are somebody from the blockchain background, you will understand pretty much of this context that is there. So this is the second iteration. And now the third version, this one is being built by Opus. And this is how it looks like. And in here, it says these numbers, some work that I have done, the open source contribution. I think this got it from my GitHub. And then these are from the YouTube, categorize them into three parts. Okay. So all of these are the three iterations that have been built, and I told you which one has been built by which model. And I'm not going to reveal what I think or what I feel. I'll let you guys decide which one do you like the most. This is the version A, this is the version B, and this is the version C. I'll let you guys decide which one do you think is best for my portfolio, and let me know in the comments what you guys think. That brings us to the end of this video. Let me know in the comment section which design you liked the most. Was it A, B, or C? And you guys will help me in deciding how should I revamp my portfolio. If you want to see more such content, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this channel with your friends so that it will help small creators like me in being consistent and growing. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.